Well, they
Grimstroke
haven't
ban?
banned Grimstroke yet.
Beastmaster.
Maybe you're just
respect.
thinking you want to learn this hero and what it's like playing against and see how strong it is, so you do let it through. But at the same time, this is a major qualifier, so you want to
Maybe not a major qualifier. Yeah, that's
BO3. Maybe there's like game 1 we'll let it through and then adjust from there.
So I think I saw in there that Ninja Boogie chose second pick. So wondering what they're going to run with that. Maybe they think that there's like 1 or 2 heroes that are like overpowered above it. Take the Lich themselves again, maybe.
I think every team who won second pick, the #1 reason is the last pick of the draft.
Yeah, some Arc
You're like
your
mid player wants to not have a rough game. I think particularly after that last game where he played Lina. Not that Lina invokes a bad matchup, but there's this roamer who's just making your life miserable. He wants to get this last pick that can counter the enemy mid, and he has an advantageous lane. That's our Mel.
Yep, makes sense. You hate to have your like super high skill mid player just stuck on a Lina or a DK every game just because you don't want to lose the game.
Yeah, Lina's like that stable mid that you just pick, and you know you're gonna get some value out of the hero, but it's not like a game winner.
They're really thinking about this ban. They banned the Dazzle. So now TNC has the second pick.
Yeah. They had first pick last game, didn't take Grimstroke. It was Lich first pick. Yeah.
I think I think Lich is really good. I don't quite consider him on like the Grimstroke level though. Grimstroke is just an insane champion, let me tell you.
The heck just came out of your mouth?
Take that, Phil.
That was an
Back to
ironic
Canada.
usage of the word. It's okay. It's all right. Lich is kind of similar to Grimstroke. He puts that little bubble on you. You run at people. You know?
Yeah.
They kind of do the same thing, actually. Except Lich does it a little bit worse, I think. I still think Lich is really good.
5 seconds
Been wondering how he's going to deal with like mana stuff. I feel like he's got so many spells to cast now.
The Lich?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are building into like just tons of mangoes and claries and stuff like that. Suiciding 2 to tier 2, just running into tier 2. I'm surprised they didn't nerf that in the patch. Like killing yourself to tier 2.
Well, they added the respawn time, I guess.
Oh, I guess that's true. That is true. You do, yeah. That's definitely a nerf.
Is that a big enough nerf though? Is part of the question. Like,
I think probably not. Just because it's support killing themselves, then you know that if the you're choosing to do it, so you choose the time, so you know you can do it. Like if the lane is pushing into you, for example, things like that, because you're not going to get punished.
All right. Well, they banned the Grimstroke.
Yes, they do.
That just screwed up the entire early game for them.
Well, gets let through. There was the Brewmaster, I believe, was banned last game. One of those heroes.
They dodged the Monkey King out of the hard lane, and he just dies a bunch anyway. Yeah. That's when you have a big issue in the draft.
I've seen a lot of first pick Brewmasters in some of the other regions. Like I was watching some of the European CIS games. I think it was like Navi, Nopengo. Those guys were playing some LAN qualifier, and a lot of Brew.
I think I saw in there in the like recent matches for 496 they're playing Tusk a fair amount too, and that hero I've been hearing a lot of good things about.
Tusk Brew is insane. You get the damage, then Brew crits. You do so much damage. The only issue is you're like 2 melee heroes. So
did that get nerfed after the initial 7.20?
The Brew?
No, it actually.
Oh, the Tusk. No, Tusk has actually gotten buffed. His strength gain was increased.
Brew, I think, got increased too now, so it's just any spell damage. It doesn't have to be fire-based ones.
Right.
There we
go. The Tusk. People were pretty unhappy with the fire change on Reddit.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, oh, this is going to result in Pokemon. I get it. That would definitely be confusing.
That sounds amazing.
So they did buff the Ignite. You only need to take 80 damage to have the Ignite go off, but the crit does less damage now.
It's 80 spell damage, right? Not.
Yeah, 80 spell damage.
5 seconds remaining.
So will they take the Brew? It's interesting to see what teams are favoring as first pick, because a lot of teams will first pick like Brew Chen, and then other teams will completely ignore those heroes. Some teams are like favoring highly Coddle as well.
I mean, there's just no meta right now, and every team you're best off picking heroes you're comfortable with. TNC's had been a team that liked Lone Druid in the past, and this is another hero that was banned game 1.
Yeah, first phase.
And we'll see it.
This guy's win rate went up by like 12% or something with the buffs.
I'm still not sure I fully understand all of the ways that like the Spirit Link works. You trade it back and forth to HP, and then you can heal yourself up. I think that you can also heal off of the Radiance damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is it just raw, like lifesteal?
I
for
can't
everything?
remember if it's raw or if it's just physical.
At the very least, I know that this hero never has to go back to base anymore because of the lifesteal. It's absolutely crazy, and then he's so hard to kill because the spirit, the defender, that the bear
defender
has,
one.
just takes damage for the lone druid. And if we've learned anything from raw damage reduction in the past, like with the Centaur Ags ulti, and with like Spectre, it's that raw damage reduction is absolutely crazy in the late game.
So one of the other
Dire
combos that I
team
saw
back.
before was oh, they're gonna go Centaur.
Centaur Tusk, pretty good
Yep.
setup for the Centaur Stomp by just catch somebody up out of position with the ice shards. You can just beat the crap out of people too with these two heroes, like during the stun. That's one thing is I keep playing with this Tusk in lane in my pubs, and I feel like a lot of the time you get on top of people, but you hit
10
them a couple times, they
seconds
just run away
remaining.
from you. It's really nice to actually have a stun so that you can just beat the living
5
hell out of them when you have
seconds
the Tusk buff on you.
So do you go like 1-1-1 then, or
I've seen people go
TNC
1-0-2.
predators turn to ban.
Starting shards first or starting like the punch thing
okay?
first, depending. I'm not even sure what it's called.
Tag team.
Tag
I think?
team.
Yeah,
Tag team.
Tag team. Yeah.
I think tag team first is definitely the play. Some people go shards to try to set up some sort of first blood, but a lot of the time it just doesn't do anything because shards level 1 is such a little time on that.
I played the one in my Battle Cup earlier today, which we lost horribly.
You played Tusk.
I played Tusk, but we did it with the Luna, which felt kind of good because it's more of
10
that like sort of
seconds
damage
remaining.
amp stuff, and obviously then you get your bonus attributes. You're hitting
5
harder,
seconds
she's hitting
remaining.
harder. It's all good, all gravy.
Yeah, lots of the math is really good between those two
TNC
heroes. You just have so much bonus
predators turn to
damage.
ban.
Hard to like lose trades. They did nerf Luna quite a bit actually in the C patch.
Sure.
Do you think it's like I still feel like she's so good though. Just like getting that switched over to like attributes as opposed to damage is still.
It's pretty crazy. It's like the Wraith Band and Bracer
10
changes, you know?
seconds
It's like the attributes just do everything. Like attributes are so effective.
5
And she's
seconds
somebody that
remaining.
can totally take advantage of Wraith Bands too. Gets those glaives working, maybe just a Mask of Madness, and suddenly you're farming out the whole jungle.
Right, and with the attribute changes too, she's very good at grouping up and fighting early. Because if you have like a DK or a Centaur, they just have 500 extra HP in the early game. So she's actually excellent at grouping up, and the Wraith Bands obviously help out with that because they're just early game centric items.
TNC
Undying is another like
predators
top tier
turn to
hero, I
pick.
think. I'm surprised he didn't get first phase picked. The new ulti makes him unkillable, and it's like a permanent sun ray, just in an AoE around you. It's very, very strong. Like his ulti historically has never done anything.
Right.
You know, it's kind of useless. People don't even skill it all a lot of the time, but now it's really
Dire
good.
team pick.
The bird.
Speaking of sun ray,
Birdman. Here we go.
I would love to see a Caudal pick with this. I saw this, and then again, that would mean it's a Lion Core or a Phoenix Core, but I saw this in a game earlier, and they would drop the Phoenix Egg and then just do the Caudal, whatever it's called, the light hole,
It's
right on top
Willow
of
of the Wisp.
Willow the Wisp.
Yeah, and then it's
Alright.
Ignis
10 seconds
Fatius or
remaining.
something.
Oh, okay, all right.
5
Yeah,
There's
they-
an old
remaining.
Dota 1 spell that Coddle used to be his ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
really?
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I had different spells back then. So
TNC
what did it do?
predators
It was
turn
you
to
summon this little
ban.
bull spirit that could instantly teleport anywhere. It had Nature's Prophet TP. It would TP
Oh.
anywhere on the map, and then it would summon little units that would attack,
God,
like
that's-
little Venges that right-click people. I want to say.
That's so strange.
Yeah. It
Alright,
was basically like a Nature's Prophet. Your ultimate, you'd summon a pseudo Nature's Prophet. You just like rat with it and it
That
was-
summons
farm the
treants.
yeah.
496 are about to
10
mug some
seconds
people.
remaining.
Oh,
Oh
my God,
god, we
this
got
hero.
bounty. Whew.
I wonder if
I don't
this
know if is bounty good. I feel like
5 seconds
it sounds
remaining.
kind of just
I've been seeing
obnoxious with the Janata, but is it really good?
I've been seeing people run it as a carry.
Yeah,
Mason's been playing it as carry.
that was the first thing I saw too after the change. Carry players like I'm playing core bounty guys.
Oh, I'm gonna steal gold.
yeah.
God, you just see that little guy running at you in lane, ignoring all the creeps. Like, I know what you want, okay?
Yeah.
You want to mug me. Come on. Go hit a creep with that thing, man.
10
Let's go.
seconds remaining.
Oh man.
Although,
mean-
if they do run a core bounty, Axe would do
5
phenomenal against that
seconds
hero.
remaining.
But you know what I kind of like about this a lot too is like against the lion and against the
TNC
axe.
predators
Obviously, axe
turn
came
Tinker.
afterwards to take the tinker. All right, well they got track tinker now. This is
Yeah.
dirty.
Oh, that's a good combo.
The track cast range got nerfed on the C patch, right? I think that was Just the
Yeah.
most recent one. I think
1,000 instead of 1,200, I think. Yeah.
that's a pretty big nerf
He
for
can
Bounty.
track while he's invis now, though, which is pretty. I feel like that kind of makes up for it. You don't have to put yourself out of position because
So-
you're just invisible. They don't know where you are.
I don't know what the lone druid
10
build is going to
seconds
be. If he's going to
remaining.
go for Radiance or go one of the other ones.
It's like kind of split. I've seen people do
5
both.
seconds
Uh,
remaining.
A lot of the time, I'm seeing the druid right click build have a lot more success.
Yeah.
Just because you have like that defender and the bear
Right.
has a lot more movement speed and a lot more damage. So
You have
it's
pseudo dispersion on your hero.
right, yeah.
Because damage just gets
Exactly. So it's
Right.
like
goes to your bear instead.
you just play a carry and now you basically just have dispersion.
Yeah.
And then this thing that also is helping you in the early game, and it's much stronger
Yeah.
now.
The CIS team I saw playing him earlier today was doing like the Deso build and stuff.
Yeah, Deso's the common one. Like you get phase boots on the bear just to run people down,
Yeah.
which is insane. The fact that bear is so good at chasing out, increased movement speed as well.
Mhm.
And then you get the treads on the druid and
I mean, that was
Deso.
a massive buff. Lone Druid, the hero, went from 320 to 340, and the bear got both his hero and bear got an extra 20 movement
Yep,
speed.
yep. And the thing with movement speed that's so crazy now is that the boots now give
Dire team
percentage
back.
based, and the if I recall correctly, the only thing in Dota other than like talents that gives you movement that gives you raw movement speed is just your base movement speed.
Yeah.
So all of the percentages in Dota are based off of that, and they
And your, I guess, your agility too. You can get some move speed.
yeah,
there.
but that's also percentage.
Oh,
So
sure,
like
yeah, yeah.
so like for instance, Pudge, he's a terrible hero right now because he has such low movement speed, and even if you have a bunch of movement speed items, it doesn't do
10
anything.
Yeah.
seconds
Because his
remaining.
base movement speed is so low. Whereas with Lone
Sure.
Druid, you get you get boots, and you
5
have like
seconds
450
remaining.
movement speed, something like that.
Yeah, because like, if it was flat movement speed, Pudge gets more percent increase. and-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ex- exactly.
Team
Yeah, yeah.
pick.
Like
That's-
the way that it essentially works is like you want to have a balance of
Yeah.
percentage and then the raw movement speed, like depending. It's a balance. Like
Yeah, I mean, I
equilibrium.
guess the logic in balancing it this way is basically this is Icerock's way of saying if you're a slow hero, you're meant to be slow, and you can't fix that problem. That's just if you're picking Pudge, you're going to be slow all game long. You can't
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
your hero's weakness by buying items to make up for it.
Yeah, and that's the
And
crazy.
if you're a fast hero,
10
you're always going to be
seconds
fast.
remaining.
Yeah, you actually can't. It's unfortunate unless you have a movement speed
5
talent.
seconds
Those are the only
remaining.
other things. If
Yeah.
I recall, like I don't think like Yule's is like 6% movement speed now. Like everything's percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Winlays.
Well.
It's a weird little nerf to like a lot of these strength heroes. God, Pudge sucks, man. Come on, Ice Rock.
I mean, there's Pudge and
Everybody's
Nerky
still
just
picking
get the
it.
pub treatment. They get
They
nerfed
really
because
do.
of
They really
their
do.
impact on
TNC
pubs, not
Yeah.
pro Dota. Pudge was like finally getting to be in a good place where it was like viable and being picked every now and then. Ricky was just about to start, I think, maybe making an appearance in pro games, and then it gets dumpstered
I don't know, man. That was some pitchforking by Reddit on Ricky.
This is some bold
They really
move
was.
right here. They pick 4
You may now
melee
select
heroes
your
into an
heroes.
axe. Like,
yeah.
I like the BH Lifestealer combo. Just the fact that this guy can just be running around and all of a sudden there's a Lifestealer on top of you.
I'm the lifestealer. How was he changed?
he does max HP instead of
Yeah.
current HP damage
it's-
with Feast.
Nice.
It's less, but like it'll probably end up being less in the early game, but in the late game it's gonna be a lot.
Pretty
And
good
then-
against Lone Druid. I like it.
Yeah.
So the other thing to think about here is that the bounty hunter running around trying to take them gold from some people, you've got a couple of different heroes that are wanting to invest into big items. You got the Blink Dagger for Axe, Blink Dagger for Lion. Start stealing some of that unreliable gold, things could start to get a little bit rough for TNC if they start bleeding kills, at least.
Yeah, that is true. I do think that the DK though is going to allow TNC to push early into one of the big issues against a Tinker is like if you can't take the tier 1 towers, the game is monumentally harder because he will just defend them for so long that you have to commit so much to it that you'll just lose gold on the map. But with the DK and then the Lone Druid tanking the towers too, like they can actually push the early towers. Like I think they have group up potential essentially.
They also have nothing to really kill the egg with. Like, Lifestealer Rage is all they have, and that's... If you place the egg away from Lifestealer, he's not going to want to run across to find the egg when
Yeah.
none of his teammates can hit it with him.
Yeah.
Your only range tier is a Tinker who's
it
not
almost
hitting egg.
yeah he's never gonna hit
And
an egg.
that gives him a way to find the Tinker, too. This Phoenix can just dive over trees. When he gets that cast range
Yeah,
talent on his
actually.
dive, he's going to be able to find the Tinker. DK can, have a Blink Dagger. It's not the easiest of Tinker
Prepare.
games.
I
They
think
have the other answer though, which is just to stampede away from it if
Yeah.
like they don't
That's
want to
true.
take
That
that
is true.
fight.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like in a lot of these fights, if you stampede away, though, you're just going to lose towers to the
Yeah.
sieging that comes out of TNC. They have such good sieging. I'd be a little worried in this game if they go for the Radiance on the Lifestealer, just because Tinker and Lifestealer will both be farming in the early game, and then the only people they have to pressure are Tusk, Centaur, and Bounty, and I don't think they can do that.
I think, yeah, Tinker's the guy who's going to be controlling the lanes, pushing out waves, and then you want your lifestealer hunting with the
fighting
bounty.
with the bounty,
so,
yeah.
like some
I would-
armlet, Deso type build.
Yeah,
probably makes sense for him.
I would like to see that. Maybe like 3 bracers,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
We'll see
Why
some
not?
bracers this game for sure. Bounty's movement speed is so nice. 319.
He is going to run into some issues trying to
30
snipe that
seconds
courier
to
now. I
battle.
don't know what the math is. Do you need 2 points in Janata now to get the courier snipe on ranged courier, I guess? Or upgraded, I guess?
I think 1 is enough now because it's
No.
80 damage.
Well, 80, which means 132.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melee heroes do increased damage to the courier, I'm pretty sure. Like 150 or something like that percent. Or maybe they took that away with the patches, who knows. This Dota we're talking about.
Tim's trying to sneak his way through. Does he level call? No, he's not going to do that. All right, Cuckoo's quicker,
Oh.
but Tim's is dead. Peace out.
Yeah. You're like, you got fire spirits? Sweet, we'll take this kill. Phoenix, no armor. See you later.
That's 294 gold for the bounty hunter too. He's 150 gold away from boots now.
Okay.
This guy's gonna be walking around the map at 400 movement speed, something close to that.
Stealing gold too.
Stealing gold.
That's right. Just needs to get those levels.
I like that he went Invis first. I've seen so many useless pub bounty hunters go for the Janata
Level
first.
1 Janata.
God, it's like
Oh, yeah, that
Sure,
just
man.
sounds painful. And how
You're-
much gold are you stealing level 1? It's like not even
it's
that
like
much.
16 or something.
Uh-oh,
like
they're
that.
teaming up on Tim's. He doesn't have a dive.
Oh.
He is going to get the slowdown, but it looks like they'll be able to
Yeah, this is smart.
away.
Yeah, we're seeing.
Oh, they're gonna try lane.
for
this.
trialing, yeah.
I guess what's the other lane? They have a lone druid.
Lone
Yeah,
Druid's
lone
it.
druid.
Lone
will
Druid
do
will
fine.
crush that.
Yeah, he'll destroy.
Time to run away, buddy. You're in some trouble here.
The thing is with roaming though, is the BH gets the line to TB top, and then he just goes mid, and they play this safe lane like it's an off lane. Although it is a DK. DK is not possible at all. to
He
roam
does
mid
not
on.
care. I guess
He
the bottom lane is where problems could happen if bounty shows up, but that's a kind of long way to go. Right now, this bounty looks a bit confused and unsure what to do.
Yeah, actually, this is one of those
suicide.
games.
Okay.
He wants his boots. He's gonna try farm this to get his boots and then die.
Can he do
It's
it?
not enough gold, is it?
Can he do it?
Yeah, that's it. That did not look like enough gold.
Oh,
10
God.
seconds, then suicide.
Yazzie, you can do it. We believe in you.
Needs the boat. Oh, okay, he's going to the tower. Buys the boots.
Donk.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense. That's
Yeah, dying
That's
to
the
the
play.
creeps definitely wouldn't
doesn't
be
have his level 2 yet, though. I feel like that's something he definitely wants to grab ASAP.
Yeah.
Really, if they make this work with this bounty hunter here, I'm going to start
line
to be a
is-
believer. As Ninja Boogie is taking some of the damage, snowball him in, give him the punches, and they take the kill.
Those spirits were doing work, but it's just so hard to hit all 4 of them.
Bounty is going to go bottom, so I'm not sure they'll be able to find any immediate kills, but they can definitely put some pressure on.
I don't know about this just because like he can't roam to the top lane now. I mean, I guess he can keep killing himself.
Oh, Gabby. Really pointing the roar.
It's an annoying game because the 2 lanes you can impact is top and bottom, so it makes roaming hard when you
It
can't
does.
help. When you can't do anything mid, because you don't. If you can help all 3 lanes, then you just stop by mid, do some harass,
Yeah.
threaten a kill, and then you go to the other side lane.
Yep.
It's like a nice little pit stop on the way. But if you just have to walk from bottom to top or top to bottom, that does not feel good.
You're gonna lose the lanes in the process of walking to them. They've done the DK is a great pick if you know that there's gonna be a roamer on the enemy team actually.
Yeah. And that's also where the Lion following this bounty, like he goes top, Lion TP's there, he comes bottom, Lion follows him. You feel good about following him because you know he's not just going to roam mid and suddenly find that kill or opening.
Yeah. Look at Cuckoo here. He's perfectly fine to just farm it out, and Seal can just sort of soak up experience at this point. It looks like Lifestealer should be fine trading off farm, but it's this bounty that's just kind of left with nowhere to go.
He's doing the long walk. And this bounty, ooh, his levels look pretty miserable.
I do feel like stacking would be okay for him to do. Probably not in his own jungle just because there's an axe that's cutting the wave, but stacking in
Stack
the
enemy
the off lane jungle.
Oh, like the
tri-camp,
yeah.
For the tinker.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that is one thing they have going for them is that sure the roaming's not going well, but they do have a tinker. Like this hero, if he can get up to the boots of travel, the game looks like a completely different game. DK's not unkillable. Lone Druid's not like Tinker can totally snowball a game.
It's still got to get there. And right now, mid lane's being dominated.
Oh, he's
by
getting destroyed.
DK. Is this mid matchup meant to be that one-sided?
I would say it's probably pretty DK favorite, but not this much.
It's like I'm not a mid player. I would say like at best it's like 60-40 DK.
I
I
mean,
didn't even know if it was DK favored.
the thing about it though is like level-wise, he's not that far ahead. I guess it's like half a level. It looks like just about, which is meaningful, but it's not as bad as it was like in the last patch at least, right? Where you would just end up being like 2 or 3 levels behind at this point, possibly.
DK, he's on that bracer gaming. He knows what wins lanes.
That's actually one of the biggest buffs to DK is in this patch. It's just the fact that bracers are so strong.
Yeah. It was one of those heroes you kind of felt good if you could get a hood on in the past patch, but it just is such a big gold investment when you need your blink or drums or something.
And then it doesn't give you any damage, so it's like,
yeah.
right, man.
But magic resistance was always that hero's problem. You had all this high armor from your passive, but
They try and turn that back around with the team up. They thought maybe they could kill him off just with the punches, but another Savage Roar forcing it out.
This game's going really nicely for TNC. They have great heroes for pushing in the early game too. So
Dire's top tower is under attack.
this early lead will turn into a lot more.
it's
very
effectively 3 lanes won right now.
soon. Yeah.
Maybe not dominated though, so it's not like that. Oh, you just crush 3 lanes, you win the game. It's more like okay, slight wins in each of the 3
Yeah.
lanes.
Yeah, okay, well they're gonna get injured.
Dire's
For sure.
structures are fortified.
He's a dead man.
Team up.
Get that
punches.
goal.
Oh, they need to get him real
Oh,
badly. The
South.
South running outside the Savage Roar. Oh, God, and they
Oh
get the
my
kill.
Ninja
There
Cookie.
was a Sentry Ward just barely on the edge there. Jeez.
Are they gonna get Centaur too?
Need that entangle. Or no, he doesn't need
He
that
rooted
entangle.
all- he did a double root?
God.
Oh my god, that
Those lone druid buffs.
was a disaster.
I mean, having movement speed and the better attack time on the bears just makes the quality of life for your lane stages drastically improved.
Dire's
Oh,
top
yeah, that
tower
hero's
is
fun
under
to play in
attack.
the laning stage right now. You just have 2 heroes.
Red Corgi needs to be careful. They've got a dunk here available on Cuckoo. If they get him in range,
Right.
this dude is dead as a doornail, I do believe, unless he can get to the
Axe
creep
is
lane. Oh, nice. Got level 6 off of those creeps dying to the tower.
Axe still going. He's like, I got Vanguard. We got siege creep. They want to get this tower while they've got the siege creep.
See, that's the issue with having no boots on Axe.
Phoenix
He
does
knows
not
that
have
he's
dive,
already
right?
used his
Yeah.
dive.
That's a heads-up play from Lifestealer.
Under attack.
Yeah, real good.
Really, really smart.
And they kill off the siege creep.
Yeah, Axe. I mean, I guess he couldn't tank tower too much longer anyways.
You know, the
Wow.
great thing about Lifestealer versus Axe now is that you get the lifesteal for the damage before reductions now. So you actually lifesteal a lot from hitting him.
Those shards end
Uh-oh.
up helping the lone druid.
Yeah, that was not the way to play it. And now they move in with the
Oh,
lion as
dear.
well. Looks like Seal is just dead. Most likely they might
They
be
might
able
get
to
more.
find another.
This bear is fast. He's got high
Oh,
movement
they
speed.
dusted him too.
Jeez.
Bounty's fast though, those early
Yeah.
boots.
Nice stomp right there as well from the center.
Not an excellent game when you have to stomp just the lone druid bear to survive. You know, you want to be killing people with that stomp.
Good news is lone druid, Lifesteal, sorry, gets that solo kill top and is farming pretty well here. This game, maxing the feast.
Yeah, he's just farming, just being greedy.
Yeah,
Wants
against
to
the Axe,
relate.
who's got this very high HP pool now because of the Vanguard. This is a lot of sustain.
Oh, he's going over to contest the Axe actually.
He's just happy to right-click this Axe whenever.
Oh,
The
take
new
the
the new
stomp.
lifesteal is actually just so great for this matchup. Because like, look how much he's lifestealing. Normally that would do nothing.
Yeah, it's flat Lifesteal since it's based on your max sale.
Oh, they're trying to bait this out though. They move in with
And-
Armel, breathe fire, maybe enough for the damage with the dunk. Just jumps inside a creep.
Yeah.
See you later.
This Lifesteal player's got some moves.
Yeah, he knows his limits with this hero for sure.
Which is impressive because it's a hero like most carry players have not been playing much
No,
of for
not at all.
over a year. Last year of Dota has not seen much Lifestealer.
No.
Well, 4-4, 2,000 gold lead. It's definitely Radiant winning. How do you build a lead at this point in this game now? They just try and like dominate the map.
I think you take some of these tier 1s with DK ults. Like, taking this tier 1 top could happen a bit sooner if they didn't dive earlier, but you want to like get your Phoenix level 6, give Phoenix a lane maybe so he can get his level 6, and
Dire's structures are
Just-
He's really
fortified.
struggling.
bring your DK and Axe together. Your DK and Axe are your 2 strongest heroes right now, so fight with them.
Yeah, Matt. I mean, he's
This
He's
is
unkillable.
not
he's
gonna
pretty
work.
hard to kill.
1730 health, and what, magic resistance is up to like 40% or...
Yeah.
For about 40%.
38.
With 2 bracers. Only
But
2.
look up here, top lane yet again. Mr. Lifestealer found the solo kill onto Cuckoo.
Maybe that percentage change is just actually so much better. Because
I mean, with
I
the
would-
Vanguard for sure.
I would not expect a Lifestealer. I mean, I get it. That hero counters Axe, but not because you can kill Axe. It's because you can just lane against him passively, right? Passively is the important word there. Like, you don't usually kill the Axe. He's very farmed on Axe, and he just solo kills.
Radiant structures are
And
fortified.
this lifesteal passive is going to feel amazing against these tanky heroes like DK and Axe.
Yeah.
I mean, even Phoenix, you know, strength hero gets up to some decent
Yeah.
HP later
The
on.
lone Druid Bear.
Yep. Steal some gold. Oh, he
Oh,
wanted
he
it.
didn't get it.
The wind up.
Radiant's middle tower.
He
is
stole
under
some
attack.
gold from the DK. That's
When he
fine.
steals it, is it unreliable though? The
Yes.
stolen goal. He steals from unreliable, but it does it become his own unreliable?
Oh,
Or
it's
is
a
it
good
reliable?
question.
I think so. Although the thing is, track gives you reliable gold on bounty, so maybe because it's bounty hunter,
Yeah, it's like that's now my reliable goal.
that was a nice stun. That was a very nice stun.
Ninja Boogie does not get much praise for I think his individual play, but he is one of the top 5 positions.
Yeah, that was just like blind.
He's-
he just knew the length on it.
On Mineski, he liked to play Lion. Like Lion's not been a hero for like the past year, but he's one of the few people who would occasionally pick it up.
I love Lion now. I think Lion is so fun.
I just looked in the Lone Druid's inventory. It's just
Quad Wraith, yeah. This is
the power
no
treads.
surprise there.
into
Jeez.
either Deso or Maelstrom. We'll see which
Ooh.
one he goes for.
Lifestealer bomb though, looking in on Ninja Boogie, steal a little bit of gold, run after him, jump out with the Lifestealer. Now they got more.
I don't know if that's okay. Well, you're
Can they get a good roar off?
Oh, well played, but well, Red Corgi staying on top of Gabby. They will find the kill.
Is under attack.
Nice.
okay. I get why they did that. They went on the line because they knew they knew that the only way that both of them the only way that the Lone Druid survives is if the line hits a good stun.
Dire's middle
So they went for the
tower is
line,
Mm-hmm.
under attack.
preempting that they would go for the Lone Druid afterwards, knowing that he couldn't get out. Oh, that was a
Dire's
pretty
middle
nice
tower
call from
has
them.
fallen.
Because I do think the line could have prevented the Lone Druid and just
Yeah.
had the lion die.
He gets a good stun into a Savage Roar, and Lone Druid with his movement speed can get
just
out
gets
of there.
away, and then maybe
Yeah.
the lion dies, but who cares?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Well, this game pulls back a bit
Radiant's
closer
bottom
after all that.
tower is under
Tinker,
attack.
you know, this game changes with his Boots of Travel and then his Blink Dagger,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's an early lead that can very quickly be taken away. And also with Track Money, like that's the nature of the mid game with Track. Tim's is just having a rough time. This lifesteal just seems to have the better of him.
Eggs in the trees.
I mean, they rolled over
Oh,
this
they're
way.
gonna
They're going
get
to
it?
follow
Yeah.
him. But it does
Wow.
look like with the runaway, they're going to get out.
Lifesteal is fine. He had the armlet, so yeah, they know.
Radiant's bottom
he just
tower
runs
is
into the
under
trees,
attack.
accepts his fate.
Bounty's getting a little bit of time for himself, almost level 6.
Okay.
I think if you're TNC, even though there's a Tinker on the enemy team, you know is farming in the jungle, you still have all 3 tier 1s, and that is how you beat Tinkers. You take those tier 1s.
And you've taken 3 while losing none.
Yeah. The tier 2s are a lot easier to kill the Tinker at when he doesn't have Blink, and then you have the Tinker wards too. And then also, like, there's not as much pressure to take the tier 2s, because so much of the map opens up once you have the tier 1s, and the shrines are still available even if you take the tier 2s. So sure, they're important, but the tier 1s are really, really important, because it's so hard to get into those trees and to stop the Tinker when he's in there.
And they get so much map control from taking these tier 1s. And as they get them, they get some of these key items. The Shadow Blade on the DK comes up. There we go, though.
Okay, the 2-person stomp.
Lifestealer. I don't know if you want to fight this one,
Just a
Lifestealer.
little bold. They're going to get the call onto him. He is going to try and find the secondary stun now onto the Bounty Hunter. Moving into position is the Centaur Warrunner looking for the stomp.
Top tower
They kill off
is
the
under
Phoenix,
attack.
just going to TP away. Okay, that works.
Take that.
All right. Support for support.
Oh, they got the Blink as well. It's the Shadow Blade.
They're just pulling them all over the place.
Radiant's middle tower
But the
is under
damage?
attack.
It's a Centaur. He's pretty tanky.
He's pretty tanky. He's got max retaliate too.
They don't have another shards, though, after the fact to follow that up. And with all this track and the Tinker going to work, be a little careful.
He's got max rockets.
You know, the thing that I'm still wondering about this, though, is like you guys were talking about pushing down the towers. What's the deep push for 496 outside of Tinker? There isn't really any on their team.
Yeah, if Tinker dies, they're pretty screwed. There's literally nothing under the heroes. Tusk shards, like that's rough. And without the blink and with the DK Shadow Blade, like GoDz was mentioning, there's actually a huge window to
Radiant
kill the
are
Tinker,
scanning.
Track and runaway.
especially with the map control they have.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot up to this bounty to get the vision down and find those pickoffs. But the pickoff heroes that you can get are few and far between.
Like to see some Lifestealer bounty killing this Lone Druid. He's looking Looking spooky.
Get that sentry one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tinker's in the trees, man. He's risking it all.
Move in with that bounty. I
They
mean,
know he's
Kuku's
there.
not going to die.
This is the SCA Dota way, you know, they're going to play confident
Yeah.
going forward. And this guy must be a big Tinker play, because they banned this hero last game as well.
Yeah. A lot of the SEA teams really love the Tinker.
Yeah, it's
Radiant's
definitely
bottom
the
tower
region I would
is under
associate
attack.
most with Tinker. There's like a few heroes that I think their region's really known for. Meepo, Tinker.
Oh, Tim's?
Oh my god.
8 HP. Oh
Tim's
my-
having a really rough game.
He does have a gold talent, so he's got that going for him. Eventually he'll start getting some items. Tinker is just going to kill this guy. There's
Yep.
nothing that can be done about this, other than a smoke of deceit, which he does not have.
The track.
He just stops.
Yep. Well, that's a track kill, and now more coming in. Armel wants to find the initiation, but it's hard to walk uphill into this.
Radiant's bottom
March of the
that
Machine's
is-
going constantly.
496
Two
or
uphills. Like, that is so hard to fight into.
they're looking really good right now. This team.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Taking the bot tower.
I mean, how much is it also 496 looking really good and TNC kind of struggling? Because I feel like this doesn't look like is it just the draft, the patch? What's going on?
I'm sure patch and understanding of Dota has disappeared for every team on some level. Like,
Yeah,
no one
that
understands
is.
how to play, what's good, what's the optimal way. Everyone's thrown off, and some teams are going to adjust better than others. Some people are just going to, stumble into something that's better than other teams. But
I think a lot of teams will think they understand and then very quickly realize they don't in games.
yeah.
That's always how it is with these patches.
Oh, Bounty. Are they going to move in a position? They want to try and TP in and pop some vision down, but now Ninja Boogie, just within vision himself, gets tracked.
They may have revealed that ward they had though there on the cliff. See,
Cuckoo dead.
track from the low ground.
They're wrapping around for this, trying to find the kill. Armel moving into the south side, but they are not going to be able to keep Cuckoo alive, I think. And on the other side, Bounty sees them as they move out.
Is under attack.
Okay.
Yeah, Cuckoo actually got out in the end. This Bounty is pushing the limit.
Oh my God, he's so
is
scared.
pushing the limit.
Oh, jeez, he
The
throws up
finger
kill.
animation, the call. He is getting so much vision for this team.
He's doing exactly what you want a bounty
Is
hunter to
under
do.
attack.
Can they bring down this egg,
Nice egg.
though?
Yeah, they got to run. Yeah, stampede away and everything.
But Ninja Boogie still dies to the Tinker.
I guess that was the track
Oh.
and everything.
They
Oh.
break him. They got
Oh,
him caught,
no.
Tim's.
Oh,
He
mid
didn't
gets on the
dive.
dive. I think they kill him even if he dives away with the Tinker, but still very impressive team fight from 496.
It really seems like they have no answer for this Tinker. The DK Shadow Blade was... They had a window, but Tinker now has a blink. So how do they get into those trees, other than the Phoenix, who's having an absolutely miserable game? There's really not much they like. This guy can just be so aggressive. We've seen him be so aggressive in this game because there's really no punish, other than if they have like really good vision on him.
Well, and what's crazy is, like, how many times have Sentry Ward's been buffed, too? And, like, you keep on seeing the Bounty get away on, like, nothing, you know? He's running outside of it. They've got 1,000 range now. They last 6 minutes. And even still, it's hard to keep up with this with the Lion, like, just laying down Sentry Ward after Sentry Ward.
It's hard because you need the observers with the sentries.
Right.
Otherwise, if you have a sentry there, you need a way to actually have vision as well on top of that.
Yeah.
This might sound kind of insane, but I'm not saying that it's like a buff to Bounty that sentries are like this, but maybe it's not actually the worst thing because this hero wants to waste people's time, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. He's wasting their time. And if they have the sentries, like they're spending so much time chasing him around, it's almost like they're baiting themselves. Obviously, it's a nerf to Bounty, right? But it's
Yeah.
still like, do you really care if the enemy team is placing 1,000 sentries and chasing you around for the whole game?
Radiant's bottom
Probably
tower
not.
is
If
under
you can
attack.
like
Dire's
survive for
structures
this long.
are
You're setting your team up for so much success. Like, you look at the vision he's gotten down. That was something that TNC really excelled at in game number 1, where they kind of crushing the mid game, was just that ward game. And
Oh, nice play there to get the blink off before the damage came in. He's getting a lot of vision for the Tinker, but he will eventually die. And with the egg down, it's TNC's Roche.
a bit unfortunate for Dire that there was a DD rune. That's just not possible without the DD.
Oh, Snowball saving a life for a moment. And it looks like Bounty's down, just like last
They have
game.
a chain feed.
It's the 496 special.
At least your Tinker survived, you know?
Yeah.
Not going to lose any towers.
It's hard because you've had this great sequence of like kill after kill. I think if you're 496 and you feel like you should contest that Roshan, but sometimes you just gotta let go.
Yeah.
It's not you've got Tinker. Your lineup scales well. There's no must contest Roshan criteria for you guys to stay in this game.
It's definitely one of those games where it's like, guys, why are we not fighting Roche? They are weaker than us. But then you fight Roche and you just can't.
And it's purely because of the vision. Like you look at that Radiant Observer Sentry vision around Roche, your bounty can't go in. Your Centaur has a blink, but he just gets insta hex. He doesn't even get a stun off. He blinks in with Stampede and does nothing.
Yep.
And Tinker has to position very carefully around the pit because
there's all of the vision they could just get. If the Tinker gets caught out, they're just done.
Yeah, with that Radiant vision, he's probably going to get found, and Phoenix will just dive on top of him and drop an egg. And you know, an Axe will blink call or DK will Shadow Blade stun.
Oh, that's vision right on top of him again, and
I just may have gone out of range of that sentry. Okay, they got dust.
they got the call. Jump forward, though. The hoof stomp onto 2, catching them both out with the lifesteal as well. But these heroes have so much HP. Armel down to about a quarter, and it looks like with the Tinker moving in, they're going to be able to finish him off. Tim's still trying to do damage from the high ground, but he doesn't have Supernova for a couple more seconds. Feared and taunted. They're being pulled all around the map, and with that track bonus damage, they might be able to find the kill here on a Cuckoo, slowing him down, doing whatever they possibly can, but they aren't going to be able to find the kill until they move in finally with the Centaur. And that's 2 big track kills.
Oh, mid lane Tinker, what's he up to?
Finding more? They're able to burn
got the
through.
Aegis, yeah. May pay for it with his life.
Get the root, get the kill.
Okay, a bit too aggressive, but that's the way of these teams sometimes.
He's done so many plays like that earlier and not been punished for it that it's like finally time.
And he did burn through the Aegis at least, too. Which is something.
It was a pretty fresh Aegis, so it is something. And this Radiant team feels like more like the mid-game timing draft where they want to get this early Aegis, take some early objectives. I have more doubts about their lineup's ability to scale this game.
Yeah.
How well they can deal with Tinker.
Yeah, they have like the primary damage is going to come from the Lone Druid, and the Tinker laser is going to pretty effectively deal with his damage.
Same time, I don't think Lifesteal's going to have a great time as this game goes late as well.
Yeah,
That's true.
They just don't get the bonus movement speed from track anymore for himself. It's only for the bounty now.
I guess he's got the vehicle, so he can do damage with the Centaur Blink Stun. And then after that, he's going to get kited. He's going to struggle. But
I almost feel like a Radiance. Well, I don't know if he'll go for a Radiance, but I like this. I like the Heaven's Halberd because, like, number one, it's an anti-kite item because it gives you status resistance now. But I just like the fact that he's tanking up and he's going to intentionally like get kited around these fights and just let the Tinker do damage. If he's just in the fights being a bodyguard, the Tinker's going to be able to get a lot of damage off. Like, just make himself harder to kill.
He kind of knows his purpose, that he can go damage items, but it's going to make himself more susceptible to dying, and he's not enabling his Tinker.
Yeah, do you really need damage if you have Tinker? It's like if you have a Zeus. Do you really need damage? Nah, not really.
Same idea as last game on the Void. He didn't build damage. He went this Axe, BKB Axe, and he knew his Skywrath Mage and his Mid Invoker were going to do the damage in these team fights.
Yeah.
God, these freaking rockets with track going, and you can't even see when you get tracked.
It's so strong. It's such a strong combo.
I mean, hypothetically, you could say, all right, you see that the buff gets applied there, but if you're focusing on something else on the map for a moment, you might not realize you're tracked until like a second later or something. And
yeah,
and you also don't know where he tracked from. Maybe he did it really close, and if you dust, you'll get him, but maybe he's super far away, and you'll clip him with a dust, but you won't catch him.
It just makes him the perfect baiting hero, which is exactly what Bounty wants to do, because you get tracked, you dust, you waste the dust, and then you're just...
That's the worst feeling, dusting a Bounty, and you're not in range to stun him.
It's like a mental thing more than anything. Yeah. It's like, this guy, he's so annoying. We can never smoke because he's always there. We can't dust him. Like,
you can see here, though, TNC playing a very similar game to last time. It's Tim's bottom lane holding onto this tower while the rest of them play topside and sort of keep their eyes on the Roche pit. Before it was Wyvern, now it's Phoenix. And it looks like they want to try and find a Tier 1 tower finish, which they should be able to do.
I like that they're trading this with the Lone Druid and the DK already set up. If they defend this tower, it just dies anyway. Like, they can passively keep the lane out like this, but committing to a full team fight here is just going to result in probably like a wash team fight, and then the tower's gonna die anyway. So. Oh, they get killed too.
My goodness.
Tower is under attack.
And they're going to try and
Quick
see if they
pick.
can get one on the return. And BKB comes out.
That's a win in itself. There's this threat of this Tinker teeping in, so he kind of has to just BKB there to
Yeah.
be safe.
What are item Tinker's going for next?
He had Ags queued up, but he
Ags
hadn't
queued up, okay.
bought it. He had like 2k gold. Yeah, he's not spent any.
It's Ags is definitely the play with the bounty tracks. So he can have 4 tracks out at once very easily. Very good against like the lone druid DK too. If you can get a laser on 2 of them, or the bear plus.
Yeah, it does feel like a game where he needs more damage and like maybe a Dagon eventually though.
Yeah.
Because he is all their damage. That's the one thing where talk about the lifestealer enabling the Tinker knowing his role. I still like last game he was enabling an Invoker and a Sky. This game the 4 position is like a Tusk.
Yeah.
Like these supports, Tusk Bounty, 0 damage. Centaur, no damage. It really is just Tinker. So I think
He's going
Dagon
sheep now.
becomes. Oh, I don't know. That's like the. I would rate that below Dagon and below the Ag Scepter.
I would agree with that. I think, but
Found themselves one.
I mean it is a centaur. I don't think you care that much. Like Roche isn't up.
Do you need to control that badly? Like your lone druids.
I don't think
Being
you need.
dealt
I don't
with
think you need
fine.
it that badly, but I get why. Oh,
Whoa,
that is fear
big
on the Tinker.
play. And
He's-
needing to get out of
Is there a
there.
laser there? But can't laser.
I think he just outrun it.
He's gonna
He's got a juke.
blink in 3 seconds.
Yeah, he could try and rearm and get out of there
Boot to
after.
trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, nice play, but it's not going to be enough. He just TP's out.
Oh, the cancel!
Cuckoo! He gets him!
Should have gone for the blink before the TP.
Yeah, he should have.
Dang. Gabby, the player. Cuckoo cleans up.
It's hard to know exactly. You think you're out, and then suddenly
Yeah,
it's Axe there.
That's upsetting always.
Well, Hex onto one.
Now with
Snowball.
Tinker dead, they can definitely fight this.
Still, could be.
Being denied.
Yeah, the siege creep. It's getting his way out of there.
He can't rage TP.
Oh,
There's
he's so dead.
A bear, yeah.
Is he? Is he dead?
Entangle. Oh, entangle what?
He's
the
actually
evasion.
He's actually perfectly fine.
Oh,
That Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah, that helped.
His evasion talent is at level 20, right? On the life stealer.
It's like 20% too, right? It's
Yes.
Yeah.
a lot of evasion.
So he's gonna have a lot of evasion.
Lone Drill will probably have to get an MKB at some point.
Yeah, especially with the Tinker laser too.
but you're kind of going for this like right-click build for him, right? So you're not going to be able to entangle it. I mean, on his main hero, so you're not going to be able to entangle there.
That's
You-
true.
No, but at least you can just right click through his evasion and
Yeah.
bring him down, hopefully.
Magic damage too against like a lot of armor.
Huh.
It's so interesting. We're still seeing like the bracers, but more and more of these like other items is their
Radiant
second or
are
third big
scanning.
one.
You know what I've seen people doing? I've seen people going bracers and then just like 3 Heaven's Halberds because Heaven's Halberds are also extremely cost efficient now.
And that item was already, I think, super underrated for its value.
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
Wasn't that
The
the
amount
ace
of
build?
strength and survivability you got from it was crazy.
Yeah, it's like, what is it, like 25 damage, 20 strength or something like
Yeah.
that. And now you get status resistance too and evasion.
Oh, nice
snowball.
snowball snave, and the Tinker is still going to be dealing the damage out, although Armel is set up in position to try and take this fight if they want to get him. Grouped together, Seal, does he have another shard to try and block his way out of there? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, TNC's 5-man is pretty potent right now. You can't really fight into that. You need to just keep bounty on the outskirts, spamming those tracks while Tinker chips away at them. You can fight like once you get a couple of people down to like half health, or you initiate on a Phoenix, take away the egg, but
Yeah, like you want to play the chase game. You want to kill them when they're running away from you.
Yeah.
It is a bit concerning just the fact that they have like no team fight whatsoever other than Centaur against this heavy push lineup.
and just this lack of damage. We're going to see TNC just go straight to the high ground.
None. Not a whole
Oh.
lot of mana right now on this Tinker. They're going to get the March of the Machines out. That forces him back. And tower down to about quarter HP.
Seeing some of the downsides to this 496 draft right now.
I guess that's the problem with picking Tusk Bounty. Like, these heroes don't really do anything at this point other than provide utility. But where's the damage? Where's the lockdown come from? You can't have Tinker do everything.
I think this game kind of highlights how this new bounty Janata is not as amazing as it maybe sounds. How much Janata gold has he stolen in this game? Probably.
I'd love
Well,
to
he
see
kept
that
it at
stat.
level 1
That's
the
level
entire
1.
time. So
I think that's definitely the build.
yeah.
Taking such little damage on Axe, they just have so much regen to deal with.
50% magic resist. What are we at? Even on the Lion, right? Like, it's currently sitting at 36 too.
Yeah. and then the tranquil.
He's got
boots
2
too.
more braces in his stash.
Yeah.
I love
All right, here we go.
Yes. This is Dota 1 once again. Everyone just massing braces. Back then it was just braces. At least now there's, you know, some variety. There's some Wraith bands.
Get
thrown
some
in.
null
why not?
talismans.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe some Sanches here and there.
Jumps in, calls, hits him.
Yeah.
In some trouble.
I mean, they've invested big in this vision game on TNC's side, and it's starting to pay off.
The thing with killing the bounty though is like with the new experience calculation, you don't actually get that much for killing him in terms of levels. Before you would get a lot more. But it's not all that much. It's just a percentage of his HP or experience.
Alright, this is not your base, guys, but there's a fight going on elsewhere, which is why they feel they can do this.
Okay, they're able to find the kill there on the
Okay.
Phoenix. Everybody's running back home, and it looks like they'll get out. So,
Good lord.
Center gonna
How-
yeah, get out. Yeah, okay. I guess they just knew they were too committed to the top side of the map.
that feels bad if you've gotten killed this many times in the game and you're not even safe under your tier 4s. Like, there's only one tier 2 tower taken.
They must
My
have
God,
just
dude.
had really good awareness of TNC's TP cooldowns and their position on the map, because that was like center diving tier 4s. Even Tinker is blinking into the enemy high ground. That was kind of crazy.
Oh, the Hex is being shown, although Armel, he's
Costs
got his
so
eyes
much
on the
mana.
prize, only wants one man.
Yeah, Tinker's at He's,
Oh,
Tinker should be
run
dead
away.
here.
Can he get out of there in time? Almost uphill miss. They get the Crimson Guard out,
Oh, he's gonna
walking
blink.
away. He's taking a lot of damage and
My
is going to be able to
God.
escape.
RNGesus.
That uphill miss is so sad. How many opportunities do you have to get a Tinker in a game?
Are they really going back in again?
He
Tinker's
just
here?
fought back.
Oh, jeez. All right, chase down. This is when things go terribly, terribly awry.
This is the Cuckoo Show, guys. It's there's always that mid-game stage where he does something that's a bit questionable.
Goddamn offlaners, man.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah. SEA offlaners, you know. Ice Ice
Yeah.
Ice does it. Cuckoo's embodies that spirit too of being a bit throwy at times. Ooh.
Forever. That's insane.
Yeah.
Smart money.
Well, I feel like the Hex is paying off. It's pretty cool.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The mana cost on this Hex though is so much now.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top
A
tower
lot of people said that this got changed just to nerf Tinker, but in the patch that it got changed, Tinker wasn't even picked that much in competitive. It was like a last pick.
But
hero.
people were complaining about him. still.
People were complaining
it was
about
the same
it
thing
on,
as
on
Puffs, you
Reddit.
know?
Yeah, but it's
It's like nerf Tinker. It's like this anti-fun hero where if you're a support playing against a Tinker, it does not feel good. when you
yeah, I get it.
insta-deleted,
I
but-
get it, but it's like, you know, the Hex, the Dagon is the
Yeah,
anti fun build, you know.
Do you think they overcommitted to all this magic resistance? They've got like double pipe. Oh no, Armel! He's caught! There's nowhere left to go. He's going to try and BKB, see if he can get out of there. They're going to be able to Hex another one and find the kill on a Ninja Boogie. And now, chasing forward for more. Poor old Lone Druid tries to get the Hurricane Pike walk away. Looks like he will escape as the bear also able to walk out of there.
I mean,
And-
DK gets the BKB TP home, but as a result, they know they can just walk past him and kill his entire team. 'cause
Yeah.
Is he going to cancel the TP and be stuck there? No. I mean, he's home, right? He's effectively home.
Oh, Lifesteal gets his level 20 talent, so even more evasion now.
Radiant's top tower
This
is
is-
under attack.
The saving grace, though, is it doesn't just stack like 40% evasion.
Radiant
It's
structures
20%
are
of
fortified.
80%, which I'm not going to do that math right now.
You know
It's
what? I
less
will.
evasion.
It's 39%.
All right.
Pull in, snowball save. Okay, he's fine and dandy. Although Centaur might not be so lucky. Well, he eats the cheese as he heads out of there. A big impale onto 2 with the supernova back behind him. This might finally be the fight that they were looking for. Although still, this Centaur rather tanky, eventually killed, and Tinker not able to deal enough damage while all is said and done.
TNC still have these very tanky front line that can sustain themselves for an entire Tinker team fight.
The
in
thing
some
is,
ways.
with the additional mana cost on the Hex too, he's not able to Hex them enough to bring their HP to 0 with the magic
Yeah.
resistant HP that they have.
This is where I think we just kind of favor the Ags or Dagon
Yeah.
type builds.
Yeah.
Just like
But-
kite out the BKBs instead of trying to disable through them.
It feels like they're more built around trying to find those solo pickoffs, and that's not what TNC are giving them.
Buyback?
Pretty
Yeah,
big
fight
here.
this.
If they can get this kill, Stampede chase down for Cuckoo, bringing him down to very low HP, and they get the kill godlike for Red Corgi.
That's trap kills too.
And Armel, tracked yet again, chased down. Can they get him down? The right click's
Right
coming from
click
the
him with
Tinker.
Tinker.
Get over here. Needs another punch.
More.
There's the Hex. There's the finish.
Notice buying time for some more Janata gold still.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like the, LC's like, oh, wait, I've got Jewel in 10 seconds. Bounty's like, no, don't kill him yet, guys. I'm going to Janata him.
We're still 14 gold. Let's go.
Speaking of which, do we have any Finger of Death? He's got 4 Finger of Death kills.
That's all right.
So it's what, 50, 200 extra damage?
Yeah. You can actually, like, if you steal kills with the Impale, it works too. It's just last hits on heroes, which is a silly mechanic, but
Last hits with spells? Or
with anything.
like a right-click last hit?
Yeah, you just need to get the kill. It's just kills.
Yeah,
Because when I first saw it, I was thinking, okay, that's got to be just finger kills, right? Finger buffs finger.
But he's only got 3 kills this game. How's he go 4 sacks?
Well, he's dead. That's not great.
That's a good question.
And now he's dead again. And now Tinker has well and truly shown up. They're going to walk forward, maybe kill off the egg. Sort of.
Kuku not having buyback, but after that, these last 2 fights has been really costly.
It's the buyback on the line, too.
And Dire have known this. He's just like, okay, no Axe. Let's just keep diving. Although Axe is back now. You got to be careful. This is where TNC turn it around.
Good for that opening. The call, able to connect. Bring down 1.
Maybe that's how they kill an Aegis.
Oh, yeah, that's
Maybe that counts as a
great
start.
Impale on the blink end, and then also the respawn, although the Stampede trying to get out of there. Can he escape? He's trying to run. Needs to step inside of a friend. Let me inside of you. They're not doing it. He jumps inside of the end with a snowball to walk away. Can they get out?
God, dude, that pickup line never works for me. Worked for him.
God damn it, Jenkins. All right, well, Tinker gets away yet again.
Costly. The hold is definitely costly.
Well, it's still got ourselves a game here. This one, not feeling. I mean, last game wasn't one side. Last game was very close, but it still felt like the 496 had the better draft. It was favored to win. This game doesn't feel like there's a clear, obvious draft advantage.
Yeah, I agree. I think one fight that TNC wins will just result in a lot of towers if they can kill Tinker. Tinker is really like the name of this game for both teams. Keep the Tinker alive, kill the Tinker. That's all they have to worry about. That's why he's an anti-fun hero, because in every game that there's a Tinker, the whole game is about him. It's just he's this big narcissist that makes everything all about him.
Unbelievable.
Invokers, Tinkers,
Little heroes, Meepos,
anti-mages. What's wrong with these people?
I like that hero. That one's fun.
Anti-mage?
Anti-mage is
Where
fun.
is he? Where's the counter spell? Everybody's been talking about it.
I've seen a few anti-mage picks. It's definitely happening on this patch right now. Like the Chinese games I've watched the last few days, I've seen maybe 1 or 2 anti-mages a day.
Peace out. Oh no! Snowball save, but for how long? Hex comes out, trying to run, gets another track, able to escape for the moment, but eventually going to die. And meanwhile, Tinker just laying out the damage, but the Supernova is going to deal it out to them. Can Red Corgi do enough with the Tinker in hand? Doesn't look like it's quite going to be there.
They're buying back. They want to fight this.
Right. That's 105 seconds on Centaur.
Yeah, I don't think you can fight this because Tinker Zoom, your Centaur's dead. Lifesteal has already used the Infest, so you're kind of forced to reset anyways, which is where the double buyback I think was a bit ambitious.
They're investing a lot in this game into like saving the bounty hunter every time he gets picked off. I don't think you care if he gets picked off. You're kind of happy about that.
He's not a core. He's not gonna live. Like if that's a hero with like a blink dagger that can maybe after the snowball blink out of something, maybe different story.
Doesn't even matter if he lives either.
Yeah.
He's not doing much in these. He's tracking people.
The Tusk life is way more important. He can
for sure. He can
stun people.
He can save the Tinker. He can cancel BKB TP.
Yep.
He can save the Nags, who can get the rage off if he actually has something to get off.
Well, they find themselves a couple. This was the buyback again on the Tusk trying to escape. But it doesn't look like it's quite going to happen unless they're able to deal enough with this Tinker. But still, the bear is on top of the Walrus, and they manage to bring him down. 3 dead, no buyback right here, and they bring down a 4th. Lifestealer does have it, but it's only him and the Tinker.
What a throw that fight was.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, support's kind of getting picked off, and Bounty's kind of trying to do his role just to be the, investigating hero, roaming the map, getting tracks down, but the other 3 heroes getting caught. Bounty's meant to prevent that from happening. Like a Bounty dying to get that vision and get some wards down or get some tracks off.
You know where they are?
Yeah, and he dies and gets caught so the rest of the team can live, but
yeah.
That was the double whammy.
And I think part of it is, again, Armel just like making sure he doesn't go on that first target with the Shadow Blade that they see. They're going out on that secondary one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the few heroes called the bounty while everyone else went for this Tusk.
That's actually a really hard thing to do too in these games. Like it's so tempting to just go on, like you see a pickoff, and you know how important pickoffs are in a game like this.
Oh, waits on the call. And that's another Supernova out there. They just don't have enough. Need to run away Stampede, but they're already in their own base. And Corgi, he dies! Ends up going down to Cuckoo. Does not have buyback, and they catch the Tinker as well. TNC doing it. The Ravage comes out onto 3 heroes. Snowball can't long gonna really save him though. They're gonna be able to find the blink away. Okay, that's pretty decent. Although everybody's still so survivable and gonna be able to go for the walk away.
TNC, if you just get out, you're happy. You force the Tinker buyback, so
that's pretty good too though. Now he's got the Aghanim Scepter, starting to deal a lot out with the full combination of the laser refraction. Again, out of mana.
They can get out without losing these cores. They're in great shape.
Yeah, they're really happy with that. I get why they stay, because they know the Naix is dead with that buyback, but you know the Tinker is still such a problem.
They lost all their big tools to catch and go on Tinker, like their BKBs are down, their Phoenix is dead, so they don't have that dive egg.
Right, the egg's been a real problem in these fights too. You can see like they consider killing it, but then just realize they have no heroes to kill the egg, and they just run away. But then, because they had that little moment of indecision, the lifestealer actually gets picked by the very edge of the egg radius.
And the Axe waits till the lifesteal even rages before he goes for that call too.
Yeah.
It's like he knows by the time that call's worn off, they can actually disable. They then end up hexing the lifesteal. They have to stampede to try and save him. He still gets caught on the edge of the supernova stun.
Yeah. The whole fight becomes just about saving the lifestealer.
Yeah. Even if he does live there, it's still just not going to win you the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
The fight's already lost.
Because you've used so much to try to save that guy.
Oh, good force staff. Now they found themselves the bounty hunter yet again. Are they going to really commit to try and save this guy another time?
I think they've learned their lesson.
All right.
Gabby hurts. What items does Lone Druid have right now?
He's a big boy.
Daedalus?
Maelstrom. Or Mjolnir, I mean.
He's a big boy. He's going to have a Monkey King bar soon, so the lifestealer actually has to be very, very careful in this fight.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
And you effectively, with the new defender, like your hero with this range build, because you're normally going to go on the hero, not the bear. You just get bonus health by having your bear there to take damage.
Just have dispersion, man.
It's it's 30% of damage goes to your bear or something? It's something pretty high.
20%?
As long as he's
30%?
within range, at least.
30%.
30%.
And then he has the lifesteal too, basically a satanic.
Right.
Yeah, so your bear, it's not just 30% of that 3k HP pool, your bear's healing from the...
Yeah,
Your bear heals, but not your hero, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's like...
Oh no, your hero heals too. From
okay.
both. You both heal from both. It's shared lifesteal. It's crazy. It's like the Meepo one also, every time a Meepo hits, it heals all of them. Yep. They've done so many shared lifesteal mechanics in this
When I first saw that, I thought it meant like you stole health points from like your max HP, so every punch would bring them down to like 1400.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on?
That hero would not be okay.
It's still not that okay.
It's pretty not okay. Yeah, it's pretty not okay.
Lone Druid sounds like one of the potentially broken heroes of this patch.
I think so. I think a lot of people are realizing that.
Yeah. It still like feels like too early to sometimes make those bold claims.
Yeah.
But
all right, this is a 41% status resistance DK. I don't think you're doing it to him this time around. The chase forward, Stampede. What are they going to do? Supernova down, another Ravage coming out, connects onto both, and meanwhile, with that Lotus Orb out, it's just going to be a tracked up Bounty Hunter. Can they really do what they need to? A Hex out onto this Phoenix. If they could find that one kill, maybe you could find some solace there. Missiles continue to be expended around the area. Tusk is living through it all. Tinker out of mana, out of life, and 496 out of time as they are all dropping by the wayside, and another one dies. Godlike Gabby.
They got the Lotus track kill.
Oh, sick.
The tracked up bounty.
They're rich. That's reliable gold. It's good.
Jeez.
Buy back on the Phoenix. They're just looking to end here. If they can get on if they can jump the Tinker.
Even if they can't, I think this is Megas.
Yeah.
Tinker can't get close enough to really truly defend this.
Yeah, it's so dangerous.
At least I'll get some melee racks out of it.
God, he's 25 on the Druid now, so he has the BKB.
Oh, right. Good old Battlecry Grant spell immunity. Yep. Couple strength heroes just beating on your front door. there really is not a great answer.
You know, Tinker has no buyback. I think the rest of the team's like, guys, we don't have to kill this Tinker. If he's in Fountain, we don't have to kill it. We kill Rax.
Yeah,
if he comes to defend, yeah, okay, we just...
I get it. They're just looking to distract while...
No.
But,
no, it's not even, like...
It might actually result in them not being able to... Yeah, they're not going to get the set of Rax.
Saboteur? Nice.
The line is coming back in.
They may re-engage here.
Okay, Chase. Moving forward with the Tusk. Get the stun on the 2.
Oh my god, the Phoenix.
No egg. Yeah. He's
All
dives.
right.
That's like the second time I've seen him dive into a snowball.
That's a dieback for him. Can they get anything else here?
Yeah, they should. Another track kill.
All right. Buildings are in trouble.
But they hold. Bottom lane, they end up losing the range racks, which is not too big deal, but 2 lanes of racks is still pretty hard to come back for their draft. They can definitely hold, but can they win?
Even with the Tinker, you just BKB and you kill the buildings now.
Yeah.
With the lone druid, I mean, he has a built-in BKB at the battle cry, and then BKB on the DK, and against no fort, they just get megas.
This is still good news, though. They deny a Roche for TNC could have been like an easy way for them to get megas and end the game.
Yeah, for sure.
You now get to stall even longer, theoretically.
All right. Bounty.
Instant buyback.
He's definitely contesting this.
Yeah,
it's
there's
Cuckoo.
no way he's
There's no way Cuckoo does not try to make a play on this. Come on. Maybe he's too late. His blink's on his blink was on cooldown, so
Okay.
Oh man.
perhaps good news for TNC that he didn't have his blink up.
So refresher shard on the Centaur.
All right.
Doesn't have the Ags, so it's
Is
not as spooky, but
Yeah, there's no better carrier, anyways.
yeah.
7
The
figure
double
of death
snowball.
kills.
So what's his total?
350 plus, what is that? So
1,025.
yeah,
1,375.
not bad.
He can one-hit the bounty hunter, maybe. Let's see, what's the BH's HP? No, he can't.
no, he
That's a
can't.
lot of HP.
There's so many HP items and magic resist stuff going on.
Talents, too.
Yeah.
He's living through this first initial jump, and Gabby, his BKB is about to wear off here with the battle cry, trying to get the Savage Roar. Not quite there. Hex out as well. They got him caught. They got him killed. Dead for 100. They found another. Axe also dead.
He does
It's
not
your
have
boy
buyback.
Cuckoo.
Oh man.
This is actually a like they can win relatively. I don't want to say easily, but because
There's a path to winning.
Have you got the Dota Plus? What's the win probability?
It's pretty bad, but it went down.
Oh, I mean, it was up at like 95-ish, it looks like. The fact they're down 4 racks and it's 80-ish. It's doable.
And the thing is, too, like in this situation, you might test to see if they have those buybacks. And
Oh, yeah. If you force a buyback and just kill him again in this team fight.
it's just over.
yeah,
Give her a go. Come on. Snake's running down the mid lane. Tinker's there too.
You got to go for it. Like, at least bare minimum force. Your win condition is forcing buybacks and team wiping them, like, back-to-back times.
This is like one of the best opportunities I think we'll get. So.
You don't have to win the game here, but even just getting a tier 3 tower to take shrines, forcing 1 buyback, you've created a win condition now. Kill the lone druid again. This is, how you can take this game.
He fell very fast too. He's actually very killable with these heroes, right?
Solar Crest out. Hex onto 1. The BKB is there. Another big Impale coming
His life
out. The
steal is
fear they
melting.
couldn't get the snowball save. It's only the Aegis, though. They need to stick around here. There's the Stampede to try and turn
Phoenix
it. Stun,
needs
though,
to get
for the
his egg
duration.
off.
Can they do it in time? The Supernova is out, and it doesn't look like they
They're
are
still
going to be
there.
able to bring it down. Okay, Phoenix dead for 92. Can 496 do this? They're isolating another one. Ninja Boogie, he's been tracked. They're able to find themselves another kill. 496 striding forward. Gabby is all alone.
Was Tinker there? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he needs to go back home.
If Tinker had more money, he could have maybe dived for the DK.
That sheep stick change, man. It really hurts for mana.
Yeah. This Tinker is just always catching this Phoenix when he dives in with Hex.
Yeah.
Like, that egg came late and was in a poor position because of the Hex and the control coming out.
There's the Dagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
think they've done a good job recognizing how crucial the Phoenix is for these team fights. It's like the only
They
thing.
caught Cuckoo again. He doesn't have buyback if they're able to get him.
my.
They're controlling him. The Walrus Punch comes out yet again,
Close
but the
up.
Hex out there. Onto that Tusk. The call, it's only onto 1, and this is
Tinker.
not a good enough target. Tinker
the
is still
last
doing the damage. He's dead for 120 seconds.
Oh my God.
And with the Dagon, TNC are crumbling over and over again.
Middle barracks have
496 also playing great Dota.
Radiant's
It's
middle barracks are under
it's a treat
attack.
to watch. They're just not afraid to lose. They're like, we're down 4 racks. We're versing one of the best teams in Southeast Asia, the best team based on the major results.
Oh, they need
Where-
creeps, though.
We're not afraid of these guys. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a guard creep was pretty far away, too.
Radiant's middle
That'll
barracks are
buy
under attack.
TNC a lot of time.
They have their Phoenix, but I mean, Lone Druid is all of their damage at this point.
Yeah. What's Tinker doing? Oh,
He's getting the
pushing
creeps.
He's pushing.
bottom.
He's
Oh.
doing
He's doing what he can.
He's doing the garbage
Yeah.
collection, making sure these lanes are pushed out.
They're pulling the top wave as well, so they need to get both of these
gonna-
lanes of racks.
They're going to go for Megas here, I imagine.
Okay, stun out already. Armel, they're tracked, but also is the Bounty Hunter. They're already brought down to about half HP. Need to find this initiation as Tinker is starting to deal out the damage, but he's hexed as well. Need to run
Look at the
away.
Phoenix again.
They got him caught. That's going to be a dead Ninja Boogie. He does not have buyback. That is 3 dead, 90 seconds on the sidelines. Cuckoo trying to do what he can. He's been able to catch the call onto both, but now down to about half HP. Can they kill him off in time? Out of mana right now. This Tinker need to run. He's using the last of his mana. The right clicks coming forward onto the axe. And he beat his ass. Beautiful.
He got the last hit too. Oh,
Axe
man.
is, they're
It's
going for
broken,
tier
yeah.
4s. Axe has buyback though.
Got it, Cuckoo. Got to chuck that buyback out and hope for the best.
Radiant's
I mean,
middle
this is their moment
Buy
right
time,
now.
yeah.
Armel is up at full HP and this Lifestealer
Oh, they're gonna play
isolated. Need to get out of there. Can they save his life? He still has
the
his
new-
best.
the new
They're going to
beast.
jump inside. He's able to cut away from them. He doesn't hit the call. He doesn't hit the dunk. Armel controlled. They're going to be able to kill him off most likely as well. Trying to run back to the fountain. The status resistance keeping him alive there. And they're able to call him back into the fountain 496. That is not your base. You just lost the bounty.
Guys,
But only tier 4 left remaining. And that might actually save the day.
they held.
Cuckoo
Lone
giveth,
Druid's back
Cuckoo
alive.
taketh away.
Dude,
Oh, man.
This new feast against Axe is amazing.
It's so strong.
When DK goes in, like, if that was the old feast, I think Lifestealer just dies there
oh,
when
for
Axe
sure,
played Call.
for sure, yeah.
But
He's screwed.
he just kept Lifestealing through the Axe Call.
Yeah, and I think even like Crimson Guard, none of that matters. It's purely what you get, what damage you did. Period. So
Well.
that's pretty legit. Also from the other spell, which I'm forgetting what it's called.
The open wound.
Open
open
wounds.
wounds.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost Bounty and Centaur, and I mean, there's no buybacks right now on Radiant, though.
They could have maybe won the game there if they didn't get so close to the fountain, but
Yeah.
they just smelled victory, and they're like, if we get these kills, they know they didn't have buybacks on Axe.
That is
Or
that is
DK.
what got them to that point, is making dives like that.
Oh,
though,
yeah.
So I get why they.
They didn't even look that bad at the time, like they with how close they were to getting some of those kills. And
Yeah, just
they
that-
know Tinker's always coming back in.
Yeah.
Dire's
Just that
bottom
call into
shrine
the
is
fountain
under
was so
attack.
nice though.
Oh, yeah.
2 people.
Well, Shrine's going to be finished off here.
This is
A minute and a half away from
bold
Roche.
from TNC, moving this far out on the map without buybacks now.
Yeah. Once again, it's so easy to secure these high grounds. I think you feel relatively safe if you're standing up there with your team, especially with the shrine being taken. DK's got some
Radiant are
serious
scanning.
damage right now too. Actually, I think he probably went for the gold talent. Oh no, he didn't. He's just rich.
Yeah, he's just got some
Okay.
money.
So he's very tanky with that.
Yeah.
level.
Lone Druid
Oh.
finally got the MKB2.
And they have
So
the
he's got
DD
that.
down there.
He has no items at all in that spirit pair. Like, literally
Not
zero.
even a pair of boots.
Nope, nothing at all. That's a hero that's going to get some items. If this game goes ultra late,
Yeah.
that bear will be a hero.
The old, Lone Druid scales so well ultra late game because he gets 12 slotted.
Yeah, the bear, just,
I'm not sold on
the
that
bear just
concept.
instantly dies.
That was one of those ones every time casters ever like, guys, no.
Just get this
12,
guy,
12 slotted.
get a blade mail on
It
the
is better
bear.
with the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
You could also go aura items on the bear too.
It's
Like Vlad
yeah,
is
just a
still-
Vlad. Yeah,
Vlad
it is extra item slots for sure. I think now with the changes, the Link and the Lifesteal, it is more applicable because the bear doesn't just.
Oh yeah, your main
Right.
hero actually gets benefits from having that bear be
Yeah.
strong. Yeah.
Oh, they're walking out. This is bold. Right on top of a sentry. They hit the stun. The Stampede trying to save his life. Yule Scepter lifting him up. Hex. This is pretty far out there to try and save your bounty, and he's just going to die nonetheless. Does have buyback. They're going to use it right now. The Centaur's in the middle of all of TNC, just creating a barrier, and the Supernova down. And Centaur dead, so buyback forced and nothing gained.
Yeah, they struggle to fight around the egg. A lot of those fights are having successes when they could get this Hex on the Phoenix dive, which I feel like is something that players are starting to really learn and become like a common thing to see against Phoenix now.
Well, Keeping the Hex back.
Magic Meanie. They want this Rax.
Radiant's
No
top
stuns hit as of yet. They're keeping
Oh
that
God,
wave
that bear
alive.
melted.
Oh yeah.
Got like
was-
4 shots.
But they got the range racks.
Yep.
Now a secondary Hex out.
Megas. I think Dire just need a fight. There's no egg. You got to go in.
DK call. They got the Lifestealer caught and killed. Buyback's going to come out in just a second. Tusk trying to walk away for the moment. They're trying to keep this melee barracks alive to the best of their abilities. But still, the Spirit Link keeping that bear alive and trying to chase it down. They're able to get the fear. It's done. Mega creeps. What can they get out with the rest of them? Jump forward, call. They've caught the Tinker. Where's the follow-up? They don't have it. There's going to be the Impale out. Catches the Tinker, finds the kill, immediate buyback. Can they take it down a second time, though, as TNC trying to escape the base? Their lives intact. Steel almost dead and almost gone, but not quite yet. Cuckoo down to about quarter HP himself. Their snowball saving back to the creeps. Nicely done by 496, but the dunk, the double dunk, not quite there. He's able to stay alive, and they kill off Cuckoo. No buyback for him, but no buyback for the Tinker, and this should well and truly be it.
Oh, they were so close. They were so close. Tier 4s and 3s. They could have got Mega Creeps.
Yeah.
Instead, they went for the throne, which, like,
It's so devastating to lose like that.
I know,
I don't
it's-
mean to be a Debbie Downer, but it's very devastating.
I've seen this story so many times before. Underdog team comes into a series against heavy favorite. They win game 1. Game 2, they're doing well. They should win. I mean, I don't think you can say they should win. They were losing and made a great comeback, but they could have won.
Yeah.
They don't, and then they just feel demoralized because it's you're so close to 2-0ing a team as an underdog, and it just deflates you going to a game.
Yeah.
I mean,
But maybe that's not the case.
At the very least, I did not expect this series to be so hype. Like,
yeah.
this second game,
know,
like the
right?
first game was insanity,
yeah.
and the second game might have been more insane than that one. Like, the call into the fountain. What are we watching?
The thing to me that's so crazy about it, too, is it's like I'm looking at these teams, and it feels like the decisions that 496 are making are sometimes like suboptimal or not as good as TNC. But every other moment of the game, it feels like they're outplaying them.
Yeah.
There are also decisions I like just because their mentality's in the right place. They're playing to
Right.
win. Like when they die by getting cold in the fountain, they had this, we're going to go for the throne. We think we can win. We're not going to play conservatively. Yeah, it was the wrong decision in hindsight, but it didn't look bad, and you can understand the mindset going in about why it could have won them the game. They're thinking, yeah, we can maybe get 4 racks. Maybe if we're really quick, we get megas, but that's not going to win us the game. We
Yeah.
want the throne.
Yeah. It kind of felt like they did a really good job using their abilities in fights. Like, mechanically, they did a really good job in fights, like chasing down, diving in, like chain hexing people that probably shouldn't die if they didn't perfectly chain hex. But they were taking every fight. Like, they were they were fighting when Bounty Hunter was just screwed, and Tusk is like, I'll save you for 5 seconds, and then we'll both die. And then they would just continue fighting that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like their fighting was immaculate, but they would also just take very bad fights as well. And it just happened that they fought so well that in a lot of these engagements, like, they ended up being able to push down mid off of, like, Cuckoo's buyback, for example. So if they can get a little bit better in this next game and just, like, mentally rework, like, we're just gonna leave this guy if he gets gone on. We're gonna
Say
take
no
the-
to fights.
Right, exactly.
It's not that movie where you have to say yes to everything. you know?
Exactly. They need to
Yes,
just
man.
fight less.
Yeah.
And if they pick and choose their fights better, they're not going to lose.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, ladies and gents, 54 minutes, 87 kills. We'll see what's happening in game number 3 right around the corner. TNC versus 496 right after this.